Crypto will run, taking its own sweet time. When there's ever gonna moon, portfolios are dripping red tonight. Feeling down our stormy in our minds. They say that buying red days can make us millionaires. One bullet cross is all we need. Sometimes trading this market ain't always what it claims to be. Bitcoin, I'll hide you. I'll forever DCA into you. I'll forever hodl you, Bitcoin.
Hey, buddy, why don't you and me, we have a little talk about the like button down here? I hit it. I think you should hit it too. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the family.
Christmas is coming, yeah. Start sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming, yeah. Better be nice if you want your present. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Christmas is coming, yeah. Staying up late looking out the window, yeah. Christmas is coming, yeah. Spotting some sleigh rides and some jingle bells. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Christmas is coming, yeah. Roasting some chestnuts on the fire, yeah. Christmas is coming, yeah. Celebration and surprises. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too. Ooh, yeah. Tell all your brothers, sisters, and mama and papa too. Oh yeah, yeah. keeping my eyes on you all year. You've been taking notice, that much is clear. Now I'm meaning to ask you, hoping you'll take this right. Girl, have you got plans for Christmas night? Why don't we make your Christmas my Christmas, our Christmas? Why don't we make your Christmas my Christmas, our Christmas?
Hello? Hello?
Don't you think that the holiday should be all about love? Mulled wine by the
Dude, what is it? I don't know, man. It's got this foamy thing on it, dude. It looks cool. It's real soft if you squish it. I don't know.
I bought a tree.
That's awesome.
Together. Oh, I put a turkey to roast, stuffed with nutmeg, apple, and butter.
If it had googly eyes, it would look really cool. Oh, googly eyes? Yeah, googly eyes.
And a clown nose?
And a clown nose.
Oh, goody.
You wanna make plans with me for Christmas night? Why don't we make
Hey man,
Christmas my
where'd all the hopium go?
Oh crap, busted. Let's run out.
Why don't we make
What?
The hopium. Where'd all the hopium go? There's no hopium from anybody. Where's all the hopium?
Oh gosh. Act normal. Act cool. Act cool. Be cool. Be cool. I'm cool. Be cool.
Hey, you guys seen all that? You seen the hopium?
No, sir. No. We feel horrible.
Don't you think that the holiday
We need that hopium button to work tonight. Now, I don't know if any of you little fellers happen to have taken that hopium, but if you did, when we come back, I would really appreciate it if you would put it back in its proper place.
What was this thing again?
All right, clear out. We got a show to do. Hey, buddy, why don't you and me, we have a little talk?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
One of those days.
Bring it in. Bring it in. It's okay. It's okay. We'll make it through this together. We're cool. It's okay. It's okay. It's part of the bigger plan.
So last night at the end of the stream, or sometime near the end of the stream, we looked at Bitcoin again, and we were doing kind of cool. We lost this area last night, right? Somewhere around through here, and looking for, hoping to come back up to retest these areas if this held. But if it did lose it, then she did. I think during our stream we lost it, and looking for a retest, and we did identify some Fibonacci areas that, hey man, that I would look for us to come down and tap, or some kind of response to happen there, and we draw them out. And I drew one out that I don't normally do, a little deeper one, because I'm like,
just judging by what the measured move was giving us, it looked like we could possibly go deeper. So it'd help us kind of pick that one out. And just to show you what we got, well, we nailed that reversal. I'm just saying, this is not the magic of Road Dogg. It's just the magic of Road Dogg's fibs. It's all in the fibs. And Jesus. Fibs and Jesus. That's all you need in life. Just the fibs and Jesus. But don't fib about Jesus. I'm just saying. You know, I can't look at the chart without drawing a trend line. I don't know what it is. I think it's trend line-itis. If I connect all the dots right here, it looks like that might have been a nice little bear trap. But, you know, I mean, we can see anything you want to in hindsight. What we need to see is what actually happened there. And I would say that, yep, this little guy right here from the live stream pretty much nailed it. Now, did I know that price was going down? No, I did not. But I knew that if we head that direction, that is the place that I'm going to look for something to happen. That's all that I can tell. I can't tell if something's going to go down there entirely for sure. We can just look at the signs with the moving averages, some other indicators and things to give us hints on where the momentum is going. But right now, excuse me while I take some of this information and just post it quickly over in our Telegram group over here in the vanity wall. Give me just a moment. I have to type out nailed it. And just post it right there. And now we can get on with life. Now, will this hold? That's the question, right? So we know with the fibs, if we are looking for these areas, and we're on a smaller time frame, so we can see all the details. It's really about the move that we measured from. Now, we got to consider the bigger moves that may be playing. We're just kind of looking at this area. But we know that these areas give you a reversal point. They're pivot points, and they're really good ones. What we can do now is just kind of get rid of all the accolades right there. These are kind of, I don't think they're going to be as relevant for what we're doing currently. Actually, I would like to just get a lot of this stuff off. Okay, so Bitcoin here on the 6-minute time frame. Oh my gosh, are you crazy? We're just doing a fib move. It doesn't matter what time frame we're on. So we got our high to our low. I'm going to take that as being a low because that's where one should go. We're just going to assume, and hopefully it doesn't make an ass out of you or me or both of us together. Now we are approaching our 236 Fibonacci area here, where this is the discount area, and we get above it, then we got some hopes. Getting rejected here, though, that's what we got to keep our eye on. Could lead us to some more downside. Down to these areas, down through here. Most notably 96,000, and maybe even around 95. It could happen if we don't get above there, but we're trying, really trying. We're trying. Now, we do, on this small time frame, still have a little hope because Lucy is not cross bullish. We haven't flipped the whole ribbon just yet, but rolling over here would definitely do it, and that would just add to the drop as the more accumulation couldn't even come down to 93,000. I know you don't want to hear that, and we may not have to listen to it. We just got to see what we're going to do here. Now, we've already broken to the downside. Let me zoom out. We're going to zoom out now to the 4-hour time frame. Hopefully we got my microphone on. 2 turntables and a microphone. That's all we need right here. We were in a channel. Oh man. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. And what this is telling us on the bigger time frame, oh, we were in a channel, and this could be the fake out. We come back into the channel, and we could come all the way back down to the downside of it. That's on the table. I don't think it's quite as likely. Oh, that worked. Cool. I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to readjust this guy. I think we found our angle right there. What I did is connected this top to that top and let it cut through that. Moved it down here, and that just had a really nice match with these bottoms to that bottom. Candle bodies is what I'm going for. I'm not paying attention to the wicks right now. I use them very sparingly. So that kind of, in my opinion, kind of redefines our channel just a little bit. It reveals itself as we go. Now here we had a megaphone pattern, which did not quite make it up there. When we zoom out, this isn't really important anymore. Taking the O Fibonacci from the swing low to the swing high. Tell me we need to buy. And see, we're coming down to this just a little area right around the 618. We see it currently bouncing back off of this area. We're at 100 and 1,000, and I don't have a shot glass. Gosh darn it. Bitcoin, I don't understand the rules for this drinking game. We think it's over, and then you come back and you want to play with us on hump day. Give us a good old hump day, and yay, Bitcoin above 100 and 1,000. But it wasn't so much Bitcoin that really got us. Look at this beautiful thing on the 1 hour. What do we see going on the 1 hour? Well, aside from these lines that we got, let's get rid of the Fibonacci. We're not going to use it. We saw that we came out of a 618 from the overall move. These were the micro ones that we had from our micro thing, and it nailed it. It nailed it. Not only that, but on the 1 hour, we can also see that Miss Lucy was hanging out here. And for those of you who don't know who Miss Lucy is, she is the 666 movement average. It's weird that I use it, I know, but back testing it, it's very relevant to how price works, not just on Bitcoin, but on every freaking thing. So the devil is in the market. We got to keep an eye on it so we don't get bit by her. That's my theory. I always feel weird bringing up the 666 moving average, like, oh, you're some weirdo. But when you look, man, just keep watching the channel. I'll point it out. The price respects Lucy. Moving averages look good. We got 800, 600, the 360, the 200, the 100 on this bigger time frame, just, in the right sequential order. My personal opinion, we can recover from this at least short term, right? So we talked about the possibility of it coming back up and rolling over with fib-wise, what we were looking, and we still got to look at that. But right now, I think she still looks good. Look on the daily time frame. Look, everybody is freaking the hell out. And we still got our 9 moving average, nowhere close to crossing the 21 just yet. Now, it could happen. We keep messing around with these lower prices, but right now, we're more likely to come back up and recover that 9 moving average and just go about our merry little way. Really kind of similar to something that kind of happened, I don't know, about 4 years ago. 4 years ago when we were kind of right around Christmas, but it's not exactly like it was 4 years ago because back then this was Christmas. Oh, Christmas actually did pretty good, didn't it? Am I on Bitcoin? I thought maybe it was altcoins. No, here it is. This is December the 21st, 22nd. So December 21st, we had a little dumperoo. We got ours today on the 18th. Could it be something like that? Just a little flush out before, this was after the halving too, right? When we just started getting a big push up. Were we going to have a red Christmas, or could we have a very, very green Christmas? Smoke them if you got them. That's all I'm saying. So, I feel like this microphone is a little bit too, I don't know. Dancing with the microphone. Let me give a shout out to everybody hanging out in the chat, and we'll go check out Layer G News and come back and we'll take a look at our pitiful state of altcoins, which, just to get a glance, see if it helps us. Just that little glance here on the daily, it's got oh golly, altcoins, that looks horrible. The 9 did cross the 21 on this one, so watch out for altcoins. We're going to have to talk about that in just a moment. There's a little ray of hope, but man, it's a little one. Chat, where are you? Where are you hanging out, chat? We've got 24 beautiful people hanging out with us tonight, and I don't feel that I can... Check. So we got Trey Spot. How's it going, Trey? Napoleon Woodson, welcome to the stream. Bullish on parade? Let me scroll up here. Napoleon Woodson says, here comes the green. There's glittery marshmallow, 1981. I'm still having some sound issues going on here. Let me know if you can hear me okay. It just sounds kind of weird on my end. Bullish on parade says, I would date Lucy. She's not still up there. Sometimes I forget and leave her up there. Have her up in the sky, all right. Chris Klein, what's going? XLM just dropped hard, but making a decent recovery. Threw a trade in at the bottom. Me too, says OG1. Cigarro's got he's got the idea. I'm stressed eating Christmas cookies. That's what they're for. Comfort food. Comfort us in these times of need. BTFD. There's Rising Sun. What's going on? Trey says hit the likes, and you know, I kind of like the way you're thinking right there, Trey. That's a wonderful idea.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Obama Millibus, I fumbled on Zeta. Scargo says Bitcoin on the monthly chart. We actually making a massive cup and handle. Sorry, I have a hard time saying that. Yeah, we actually. We should be doing pretty good on it right now. Rises says, fired up! Ricky Ricardo says, how far could Pudgy Penguins have a 2.5 or more than a $2 billion market cap in less than a week? How can they? I don't. There has to be a bunch of VC money coming into that, and a big conglomeration getting together and deciding, yeah, we're all going to go in it together, and pumping that price up is usually how it kind of works. If I understand, it's a coin that's based off of the NFT series. Is that right? And I'm sorry, I just can't. I will not venture into NFT territory this cycle. I still have the ones, every one that I've got. I mean, I don't think Rune is the only one, and that was an airdrop NFT. And it's not even worth what it used to be worth, I don't think. The Runestone. I haven't had very good luck with NFTs. They definitely have not been profitable. They've just been a nice way to throw away your profits, is what I'm saying. Maybe that will change, but they do have use cases, like the one I do have one for Tokenmetrics to let me get access. Now that was useful. I like that. I've always said that trading groups should use NFTs. If I ever did a paid trading group, I'd rather do it in an NFT, and that way you can sell that little sucker to somebody else, and it wouldn't all be benefiting, you know, a little more decentralized. We got Sub. How's it going, Sub? Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Sub says I can hear you just fine. Okay, it just sounds a little muffled to me, that's all. Maybe it's me. Bobby Oz, good evening. Can hear you well. All right. Well, the market be dumping. Let's go check out Layer GG and get some of that good alpha. Sean, can you take us to the newsroom, please? Oh my God, you screwed it up again, Sean. That's all right. Love ya. Trying to stay positive. He really sucks really bad. That's just horrible. He's a terrible human being. If he is a human being at all. Is that a gnat? Is there a gnat running around? I heard something. I don't know. No, the microphones are good, Sean. They're good, Sean. Just like you. Awesome, buddy. All right. Bitcoin drops below 100,000. Bitcoin, the Fed's rate cut, and Powell's comment sent Bitcoin downward, touching 99,000 below 100,000. That is mathematically correct. I did test that. I fact checked this and that, and 99 is below 100,000 every time. Every time. It's amazing how that works. Bitcoin saw its biggest drop since September. Oh my God. The horror of buying Bitcoin cheaper and buying it under 100,000. Oh God, who would ever go for that idea in this stage of the game? The Fed rate cuts by 0.25%, and Jerome Powell made hawkish comments in a press conference. This sent the U.S. stock and crypto markets in a downward trend, and it's really stupid when you think about it. And what's even more stupid is that then they will come out in a few weeks and they will have the memos talking about what they said, a repeat of it, and the market will still freak out because, oh, it's on paper this time. It's crazy. Those Wall Street, they've got this game, so they've got their own little smoke and mirror system down. So it's amazing. They have their little code days for what days to play their games, and it's usually Fed days. DXY, the dollar index, surpassed 108, making a new high since November 2nd. And you will probably see the dollar gain strength during this next administration. I'm just keeping it real with you. ENA World Liberty Financial has announced a collaboration with Athena Labs to integrate USD little e into the WLFI lending platform. That acronym, because it's just another one we got to learn. World Liberty Financial, WLFI, also has acquired additional ENA, 250,000 worth, and Athena proposal allowers are allowed to receive WLF. Is that like MILF? What's a WILF? Would like to. What? Token for WS. My eyes crossed just reading that one. I'm going to be honest with you. That was the most boring paragraph ever. Nothing on you, LLG. It's just the news. Phantom Sonic Labs announced the launch of Sonic Mainnet, a high-through-put EVM-compatible Layer 1 blockchain platform. Phantom holders can upgrade their tokens to S-Token on Sonic on a one-to-one basis using Upgrade Portal. U.S. crypto exchange Kraken's own Layer 2 network, Ink-On Chain, has announced the launch of its mainnet. Bum, bum, bum. Everybody on the wrong chain. Can't get nothing with the same chain. We got chain wars. The Avalanche Foundation hit it at an airdrop, saying there would be a holiday surprise for those who voted for Retro 9000. If you voted for Retro 9000, then you too can qualify for an airdrop. You too can benefit from the givingness of Christmas. Arkham has announced an official partnership with the Sui network to provide data for Sui users. They were data deficient apparently, so Arkham had to come in with the alpha. Lens, the L2 social fi developed by Avira, the company behind Aave, has raised $31 million in funding round led by a Lightspeed faction. They have stated that the mainnet will be launched in Q1 and the TGE token generation event, remembered it twice, is expected during that time. That's the news. That's the alpha. What's happened in crypto in the last 24 hours. Giving a layer GG another little heart and repost, and they're growing. Oh my gosh, so awesome. Great time to just mention that, hey, Tangem, use code word dog save 10%, but I would only advise it if this one that they currently have, it may have expired, doesn't it? There was one for 15% off. It was, oh crap, what was it? It was on the stream last night. Black Friday 15, I think was the name. Yeah, Black Friday 15. Looks like that is no longer valid. Maybe. Still always get 10% with the road dog. Or dog DWG. Tangem, baby. 27 lovely people. Let's see if they bring that up. No, they're not. But they do have free worldwide shipping on all orders, limited time only right now. Estimated delivery to the United States is 1 to 3 business days, just saying. And they do have, oh look, they got the flag, American flag, and the Bitcoin cards. That's all the shilling I got so far. Here we are on total 3. Let's see, we're on the 1 hour here. We found some support on our 800 moving average area. 600 moving average is above it. 300 and is even further above it. So those are good for this particular time frame. The other ones are normal ones that we look at are kind of, well, they're kind of losing it. They kind of flip-flopped on us. Not so great for that. But there's some strength tells us on the bigger time frames that we're still doing okay. We came down, we didn't come down to make a lower low. This is where we came down and touched Lucy. Wonder why I use this moving average. And I mean, just boom, right there. Nailed it. Is that as low as we're going to go? Why are you looking at me like, oh crap. Dang it, Sean!
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
We found a little bit of hopium, but somebody clearly got into it earlier tonight and don't know how to hit the buttons, but breathe in what you can. It's unlimited supply right now. I pulled a Fibonacci from the low to the high, and we see that we're finding that we came down to the 886 perfectly and nailed it, because you'll see that happen a lot with Fibonacci's. I'm just saying that's why we get the nailed it. Oh, what? We're awesome. That's why we do that, because the Fibonacci's are just that good. They're that good. We didn't look for this ahead of time in retrospect, and so we got some work cut out for us. That's a pretty steep retracement there, especially we were doing so good, looking like we could do something. I'd like to point out that this green line is also a 382 Fibonacci from a much bigger pool, and that any consolidations that we get above this line is really good for a strong move to the upside. And I just also want to point out that pattern-wise, shape-wise, price action-wise, that, you know, we get something like this and we come over. This is a little bit more flat than I like, but I still get the same hopeful, positive vibes that maybe we can see something like this. I call it a bridge pattern. Thomas Bukowski talks about it, but he never called it a name. You could see it as a bottom pattern, an even eve, maybe even. We want to call it that, but you're at a top, so I don't look at it. I look at some of those formations around points of support, but never would I call this a bottom. But we can definitely get two touches of support here. Or a local bottom. I call it a local bottom. I think a local bottom would be appropriate. I just don't make a habit of looking for bottom patterns near the tops, because they don't always work out the way you think they're going to, right? Because you're not applying it in the right places. I do like what the moving averages are telling me. And, you know, we were in this channel, and if you're taking the measure move of this channel, do I have to draw the line? Or there's some of you that have some visual imaginations. If you can't imagine it, maybe you can see it there. We take the width of that and we put it at the breakout, and it suggests that we come down here to this area about 909. I've been flirting with ideas of taking them when they do a retest, of putting them up there when they come back out, and doing that kind of a little bit more nails it, I'm finding, and I like that. I do that. I think both of them were kind of valid, just to be honest with you. Just sharing some ideas, but this is total 3. This is our altcoins. It looks like we got a chance to bounce back at least a little bit, get back to where we were at least a couple of days ago, when we were kind of just, oh, this is kind of cool. We're just kind of not doing much, going sideways and blah blah. But we weren't as scared to death as we are now, right? Or you didn't feel the fear. Man, my portfolio is like. And every time that does that, and then I've been actively taking profits, but every time when my portfolio value drops more than what I took out in profits, I'm always got to say, when we got to tweak this system. All that drop should have been ours, money in my pocket. Should have had at least that much in cash pulled out from that. That's just what I always feel, so that's my goal, to try to balance that little discrepancy right there and stop getting better, but gosh darn it. I'm still trying to weed out a bunch of these altcoins. I haven't done a good job of that yet. They're still hanging in there. I think this run up will get them though. I'll set some profits and weed those little suckers out. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me come over to the chat. Let's get some altcoins, start taking a look at the market, shall we? I want to put up this little thing into the chat. Oh, this little marker says, hey man, here are some requests. I'm going to scroll down, and then I'm going to look beneath this. or most of the coin requests when I come back to the chat. Napoleon Woodson says, give it to us, raw dog. You want to go raw dog? All right. You asked for it. Oh, snap. Oh, man. This is not dog. But watch this. I can lick my eyebrows. I can lick the microphone. This one can lick the eyebrows. Wow. Let's talk turkey. Lip smacking good. Roger says, I like when we get in that area in the bottom. Ain't nothing wrong with a good bottom. Always be looking for a good bottom. That is crypto rule number one. Always looking for the good bottoms. A nice, safely turned bottom fitting the specifications for the most upside in this. The more junk in the truck, the more bounce, you know. That's what I've read. I don't, you know, I'm just, honey, I never, you were the only one, honey. My first and only. All right. Dogecoin says Taco Tuesday. We can do that. We can rebuild it. We can make it work again. Lately, I've been watching the $3.5 million man. The $3 million man. I'm sorry. Remember that old show from back in the day? I think back in the 70s. The $3 million. Well, $3 million now, man, because it's only half as good as it used to be. Boom. I'm here all week. Oh my God. How old is that dad joke? Oh, snap. Probably about as old as I am. What do you think about Doge? I like it. I think it's got a good beat and I can dance to it most times, but we can definitely look at it. Popcat. Popcat is actually right here from my list. Doge. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these real quick before I get sidetracked and start chasing squirrels, because you know how often that happens a lot here. Squirrel! What? Let's go down that rabbit hole. Squirrel down rabbit hole. Well, I've got a target for a Doge sitting down here that we've not quite tapped, and I'm just wondering, well, you going to tap it? You just going to tease me? Come down and tap that. And I think it can. This 360 moving average on the 1 hour time frame. It looks like she's flirting with the idea of crossing over Lucy, which that could give us a little boost down there or further. That would suck. Can we come back to 30 cents? I keep sensing, my spidey senses tells me 28 cents could come into play. That's just my spidey senses though. But that, we do have a trend line down in this area. Oh my gosh. So far from that top. I don't know if you guys were with me the day that we were talking about this formation up here, and I mean it's you know, they do some scallops and things like that, but I call this, it's probably some kind of triple top variation or something like that. But I see this a lot of times, and it always reminds me like a princess crown or a king's crown or something when you do it. It's not exactly a shoulder and shoulder. It's not that. They sometimes they have a little curve to them or something. I don't know. Just throw that out. I'm sure Thomas Bukowski has something on that I haven't come across just quite yet, but I do notice those, and they do seem to do. Some people might say, "Oh, that's a Bart Simpson." Yeah, you could probably read it that way too. Normally you'd see them pump down here a little bit more like that though. Anyway, she was in, however you want to look at it, you know, the most incorrect way, in my personal opinion, to look at these things is a channel. Okay, you're not going to go wrong with the channel. You might go wrong with what you think you might see in a channel, but if you zoom out and go with the channel, the price always travels in the channel. So my rule of thumb is, man, always be looking for that channel. That channel at least gives you something, some good information there. Measuring just a rough measure move of that, and putting it here, suggest also that we might come down to this 31 cent area. So that little green Fibonacci there, which, what are you, Dogecoin? Let's take a move. Bet I got you from way down here. Yeah. From the big move. Well, I got from here. And from here. A little confluence on that one. Ooh, confluence. That is actually from the actual impulse move. And look at that 618 here and the measure move from our channel. We marking that one 29 cents. That's closer to the 28 that my spidey senses tell me about. I'm running with that one. I'm running with 29. I don't know that, I mean, it's that it necessarily has to happen now or that it has to happen at all. That's just what we got. The chart saying, hey man, that's a notable area to look for. In the price action here, we could be, you know, higher high or lower highs, lower lows, stair step down there. Basically, I think we could do that. Sad to say that. Did we not see something good happening for total 3? Did we not look at the bigger time frames or anything? We might want to do that. Let's take a look at total 3 for our altcoins and get a feel for what's going on. That's what we were supposed to do when we came back from the news. Now I remember. Because if we don't get this figured out, then we might get our asses handed to us. Now the 5-day time frame, man, things still look good to me here. We do have our moving average down about 900 billion, and we're at 994, so we could lose 90 something billion and still be good. I see that the MACD is getting a little tired on the 5-day, but that's okay. Let's come to the daily now. The MACD has already crossed bearishly a long time ago on that daily, meaning that we might find some support pretty soon. So you might have a few more days of wanting to come down on us, but we could be looking for areas of support here for altcoins. That's what the MACD kind of suggests. That kind of goes in line with this theory about this 382 Fibonacci area, about 930 something, 940 billion. If this area can hold and we can get away from this green cloud, we might be on our way for consolidation and then a bigger move coming. Man, this could end up being a big old flag to the upside. Maybe, or she could come back up and do, I don't know, a triple top pattern. We don't want to see that. That could also play out. It does look like it's more in the 12-hour. I think the 12-hour still got a little. She can go down, but the 4-hour looking like she wanted to come up a little bit. What does that mean? That means we can come up and roll over just a little bit. That's all. We can come up, regain some of our altcoins, and then roll over again just a little bit. It doesn't have to make a lower low. It could just, or go sideways a little bit. We did make a higher low here, 200 moving average on this 4-hour. We got a good chance to come back up and try to make a higher high, if anything. That's the most notable thing we got to watch on our altcoins right now. Well, let's look over here on crypto bubbles and see what we're looking for. And took a bug here. Adam, you're down to 764. You know, Adam will get up to about $15 if you've been looking for a coin that's just kind of, you know. And eventually, I think she can get up to about 38 and maybe even $50 or higher in the cycle. Cosmos ecosystem is, man, it's one of my favorites, and so many chains that you use every day are built off of it, and you probably don't even realize it. Binance Smart Chains built off a Cosmos ecosystem. Oh, there's a bunch of them. A lot of them in the top 100, so I can't see how Adam can escape this cycle without really doing a lot of good in its price action. Just my personal thoughts. We've certainly kind of lag a little bit, but I think that's a dark horse. It usually is a dark horse. It really is. This is what we're looking on the hour, so we're looking a little bit better. Glad to see that some of these altcoins are coming out. I'm trying to take some profits. Cass was trying to come back to 13 cents. She had a little drop close to about 12.3s last time I remember seeing it. Let's look at PopCat and some of the coins that you guys were talking about. Take a look at PopCat CoinEX over here. Oh my gosh! We're looking at this megaphone pattern, and let's zoom out a little bit. I don't have it drawn out perfectly here. Let's see if we can tighten this up. Oh, that looked good. It's been deviating from it over here. I like that. we may not even come down. That means that we may not even come down and touch it. If we do come down and touch it, 64 cents for Popcat could be on the radar. Oh, look, soda red, I don't look for that. I mean, you can. I don't. That's not how I make my main call. My main call would be based off of trend lines and losing those trend lines, and most notably be losing this one right here, especially that retest. That's how I would call that. But in this, you can see some ideas like that. Will that be a hit and shoulders? It did confirm. I make sure they got a neckline. It wouldn't confirm for me down here, but this trend line out here would have saved my ass. Ooh, baby. I just like talking about stuff like that. I got a target up here we did not reach. Shame on you. Shame. 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 You said you were an analyst. I said I'm an analyst. What? 215. Just kidding. 215. Never hit. Oh gosh darn it. Came close. Close didn't pay my rent. Damn, Bobby. All right, Popcat. Are you coming down anymore, Popcat? Ooh, shebang. I get it on both of them. Let's do a congruency test. Oh, yep, we got it. Yeah, we're going with this guy right here. I believe that the magic of the fibs are telling us that 65-cent Popcat could be coming shortly. May not happen today. May not happen tomorrow. Might have a little ups and downs. I'd say it's more likely to happen today than not, though, given that, you know, the floor fell out of us. It could come back up, retest, and come back down. On the 1 hour time frame, if we're looking at trend lines and whatnot, probably would have made an argument for that at first. Support resistance, so this would have been a channel, sideways channel, loss. Measure move would have been down a little further than that. Next idea would be go from here to there, and then we got another. Oh man, are you trying to go parabolic down? Holy crap. Hopefully down here will be the furthest that she goes. There's some slight rounding right here. Well, that might get you. That's when you always got to zoom out though. Always zoom out. You get the best information when you zoom out, not when you zoom in. I like to zoom out after zooming in just so you can say, oh crap. Well, that's totally different, isn't it? Did we ever take a measured move from a shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside? No, we didn't. But I'm going to scare the bejesus out of you by doing it right here. If you were to get the full brunt of that measured move, oh, you would be looking at, ooh, baby, you'd be looking at 11-cent Popcat. Ooh, go get you some now, honey. Go get it now. Just saying. I'm still looking for 65-cent Popcat. Just the one I'm going to roll with, and I'm going to mark it with my little arrow so I can play. Well, look it. Let's make it official. There was another request. Oh, we got Joe from Trade Intuition. Sir, I can't get my chat up. Get my chat up. There we are. $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate that, my man. Give that a like. Can you check out Bluefin? Your coin had a pump and retrace nicely. Thank you for all you do. Tell Sean to catch you some slack. I know he's a little. What do you call me? Itch. You suck, road dog. Let's go take a look at Blue. So we got it on KuCoin here. What was this? Jeez. Did I look at this thing when it first came out? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, all this stuff is old. Clearly, she's done pretty well, hasn't it? Nice. I nibbled at this, but I haven't. I mean, it wasn't a huge bag, but I didn't know it was up that much. All right, Bluefin. I like that. That's kind of cool. I see a breakout and a retest and a possible bounce to the upsides when I see. Yay, look at that.
Rising wedge of the 68% chance to break to the upside. Woohoo! You just take your measure move right here, and you drag it way down here, and then you put it over here, and then you drag it up to wherever book map tells you to. Right there. Rising wedge, it's going to go up to 186, Joe. That's what the movement, that's what that measure move tells us. Right there. To the upside. I do like to test these things. I like to test them. I do. So from the breakout, if we were to do it the traditional way, just to take the measurement from there to there, it's just what, 182. So I want to mock that little guy because, you know, that's just, you gotta put this stuff to the test, man. And I've been telling you, I've been also kind of playing around with a secondary one where they bounce off of it. I wonder if we should do it down here. Let's try that. Now I know I'm not looking for it to price to come up and go through it. I'm looking for it to come up and start touching it, and this is some of the things that I do that help me to get a feel for all this and learn. And this is that lit? Oh, I gotta do you the same color though, don't I? Something to tell me you're not the normal measure move to go for. All right, so let's be measure moves 74 and 82. What else can we figure out from this little guy? What else can you tell me? I just like to get all the little information I can. I really like that it broke out of this and retested it, and looks like she's trying to do something. She retested it twice and didn't do so good there, but right now I like the cloud that we're touching, that red cloud, because that can pop us through it toward this 100 moving average, which is, you know, it's a good one to overcome. Speaking of these moving averages on the 1 hour time frame, all we got is, we don't even have a 200 moving average printing yet. So we just got a 9, a 21, that 50. I can't, it's hard for me to see that 50. Let me take a look on this. They look like they're trying to recover. Trying to recover there. I like that. Okay. I think she's looking good for more upside. Let's get some targets. Low to swing high. Ooh, 618. Nice. Let's go to that first one and see what we got. Didn't quite make it there, but we can take the last little wick up there, and we came really close. Technically, we didn't touch it, but she counts as in horseshoes and whatnot. So rolling with it. First thing I always look for is an AB equals CD move, which could give us some bigger, higher target. And we could do it by memorizing fibs, or you can do it this way. And I like to see them square up, and when they don't square up, I don't put as much faith in it. But when they do square up, and this one goes to the fib that it's supposed to go to, which it did, that's 382. I consider this to be squared. When I get them and they don't touch my fibs, and sometimes it works, sometimes it happens. They're off a little bit. I don't put as much stock into them. I mean, they can still do stuff, but these are the ones that have the more of the tendency to nail it than the other ones do. So this is sauce, people. This is turkey sauce. Can you see it? The dripping off the turkey sauce. If you're interested in the fib stuff, and you're like, don't give a shit about fibs, then you're like, oh my God, will you just tell me a number? And I'm like, I'm doing okay, dude. 118 is our magical number that I'm looking for right there. Swing hard to swing low. Tell me where price is going to freaking go, and that corresponds with our 1618. And now I got a little zoney zone. A zone. That's about 116. I don't want to neglect that because, you know, I keep my eye on this stuff. To finesse this stuff and to dial it in, to tune in what I do. And hopefully you guys do that too with all your stuff. You're always trying to dial it in, tune it in, get better, keep trying to get better at your own little system that you use and nail it in. And I might be off on my little pool there. Maybe. Are you giving us something? I like it. All right, so measure move is measure move that we took for the falling wedgie right here. 886 Fibonacci. That's great. So we got 618 pullback, and we had to fight through the pulls on this one here. So the 618, we definitely, that's not where we're always looking because, well, there's gotta get past it, right? So I get big targets, I get little targets. I'm just talking about how I do stuff. I do this all the time. This is just what I do. If you don't like it, go watch the women at Flag Chasers. All right, so I got some confluence, and I like the confluence. Confluence leads me to more nailed it than not having any confluence at all. So I got some nice little targets in there. I like the 618 at 70 cents, and of course you can look to the left there and see what's going on. And it's got a little range up here to 77 cents if you want to look at that tops. I think it's got a good chance for that to be going on. And the measure move seems to be a strong one. Of course, always the 618. 70 cents, 83 cents, and 118. And that could, from where we are now. Don't degen. Make sure it go according to your TA. I'm just talking just to people in general. Oh my God. I need some peach water. After a day like today. Hey, that could be 36% up to 70 cents. We could be looking at 59, almost 60% up to that little sweet measure move target at 83 cents. And maybe it'll just disappear altogether, and the final one will be a complete mystery. Should be looking about 122 to 128% if we're looking at that. Cool. That's a great place to find one, especially on the smaller time frame. I mean, if you happen to catch a setup like this, it's already went through. This should be ready to do something, right? You don't have to worry about it coming back and retesting. You should have got that out of our system, you know. I mean, sometimes they say they get it out of their system, they don't. And Chad, are you down there? But I think this one's got a system and will probably fly right. Cool. That's what I see. Bugpig said Zeta had the daily close outside the channel. Maybe I made a mistake, but I cut 50% of the trade, but left enough where it pumps to my 1.8 target. I'll still make back what I currently lost and more. Let's look at Zeta. OKX, do we have something here? Oh, we got something here. Oh yeah, she's out of a channel. Has it got any wiggle room? Always look at for wiggle room. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. I mean, we can tell ourselves some stuff. Oh yeah, maybe it's really down. Actually, there's actually some legit stuff to that, but basically for a channel. I think it's got hope. She already got the 50 crossing the 200 moving average on the daily, and you know that's not as easy just to flip flop. That should hold weight for the price to come back up, and you know, sort of these other moving averages to stay up there. If I'm just looking at moving average theory. So she's got some. There's a zone over here. It's a fuzzy zone. It's not a real clear cut channel. And when I do draw that line, I was just kind of joking about it earlier, but that's actually legit. Candle body to candle body can't open it, and so there's a little bit more wiggle room that we could come down to, I think, but maybe 53 cents. But I think we can. I think this area should hold. And then hopefully this 100 moving average will cross bullish above the 200. Then we will have a reversal flip there for our moving average ribbon, if you will. It looks like, I mean, it's going to be choppy, you know, a lot like we've seen here, a lot of sideways and stuff. Ichimoku Cloud's telling me that. It sucked that she lost this level here, about, what is that, 75 cents? That little horizontal area. Oh, it's over here. Sucks that we lost that area, but, you know, what can you do? She's still in the bottom area. If we pull out our fibs, we'll see that probably still in a good buy zone, still a good accumulation zone on Zeta Chain. Still below that, and that was a sign. Yeah, we couldn't get past that. Came back over here. Technically, it's on the table that she could come lower. We got to keep that in mind. If she did, I would be looking for a retest this area, like a double bottom thing. I'm not even entertaining that until we actually break this trend line. I think she's got a good chance to hold. As crazy as it sounds. Let me check some of these bigger things just to make sure I'm not freaking out. Now you got an argument on some of these bigger time frames though, on the MACD. Can you go lower, Zeta? Give me just a moment. I was looking on the week. I was in here looking at the weekly market cipher, and stochastics are they're down about 24%. They can come down lower, and that's a pretty good move that they've already completed. It's like this is already here, but we had the red dot on there. There was some signs here. Yeah, some bigger time frames saying that she might have some more down action. Listen. I'm still seeing a good possibility of catching a support here, though. I'm sticking with that. Oh, look at that. What are we on? This is the daily. OKX. I didn't switch it to. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I think that's more accurate. Just haven't quite touched it yet. I'm still going to look at this as being in the channel, and I mean, this channel would normally break to the downside. It's a bearish thing, but I'm just saying I think it's going to hold in this area. Maybe we'll come back and say, you suck, road dog, it just tanked. But no, I'm going to lean with it's going to hold. Swing low to swing high to 618. I think it's got a good chance. I think your liquidation point, if I remember right, was something like 44 cents or something like that. But I don't blame you. You said I think you said you sold half or something. That is not horrible. That's risk management, and sometimes you got to do that. And if it goes back up here and goes up, you'll think, oh man, I didn't have to do that. But if it doesn't, if it hangs sideways or even goes lower, you're like, oh well, clearly that was better than not, right? So I wouldn't beat yourself up about that. If you are, you may not even be, but I'm cool with that. It's 4 hour. I like what I got, 800, 600, 300. Yeah, I like the moving averages. We can bounce from here. If you do see confirmations that we're headed up, you can always add back in. And then by the time we get away from this and get away from all this, if you screwed up a little bit down here or feel like you screwed up a little bit, you'll make that up on the way up. I would not sweat it at all. You don't have to play it just exactly perfect. And I know we want to. I think we should always try to do our best. Oh my gosh! It's time for some more cowbell. That's the cowbell that makes everything go right. If you don't have cowbell in your life, I suggest that you get one. They're just fun to play with. If you don't have a ding-a-ling to play with, you can always play with my ding-a-ling. Wife always hates it when I say that. But the ding-a-ling stays happy. The ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. Let me go back to the chat, make sure I haven't missed anything. Grasshopper says AVAX. I'm going to write these down. Let me go back to my little marker here and we'll get all these guys. Marker, where are you? Oh my gosh. I've lost it all. Did we not put it out there? Sean, you suck. There it is. Submit your farm request for live analysis. Okay, so we did Popcat, right? Yeah, Altcoin. Okay, there we go. Altcoin. 3 dominance, not nominated. I didn't look at did we? Gotta look at that. I think I got sidetracked. It's always good to track Bitcoin dominance. Seems vaguely familiar. Okay, Filecoin, Phantom, Sonic, yeah. Doge and Shiba. I think we did Doge already, right? Shiba. Pepe. AVAX. I have 4K and dry powder I want to deploy so bad, but I feel there is more drawdown to come. Well, you can deploy as it's coming down and risk that, like you said, and watch. Oh man, my 4,000 is worth 3,000 now. That's worth 2,500. Or you can deploy on the way up, and you're like, oh, my 4,000 is worth 4,500 now. Now it's worth 5,000. Now it's worth 6,000. I'm just saying, that's just generally how it kind of works. There's a crazy breed like me that do. Oh, look, my 4,000 is 3,500. No, now it's 3,000. Now it's 25. There's a breed like me that kind of plans on that and then comes back up to and tries to buy more there, and it's stupid. Anyway, usually catching it on the up. You'll be more happier that way. I'm just saying that. Just buy support. If you're going to buy something, find the support, strong support, or just DCA. DCA is always good. Stan says, I do like when they touch my fibs. It's awesome when you get your fibs touched. Nothing like it. It's the greatest feeling in the world. Wiggle room's great. I was looking at 53 as well, but yeah, that break was sad. Or semi-break since the wiggle room. Yeah, I think you got some wiggle room there. 44 cents was your liquidation. Yeah, I don't think that's going to hit. But, you know, I mean, if it was going to hit, today would have been the day to do it, right? Would have been the day to do it. Hopefully we don't have any more days like this, and we do need to check out Bitcoin dominance. Santa's part of the deep state. Shh. Bug pick, at least Chainlink's strong. It has, but there's a few good coins out there being strong. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh man, if she breaks above this trend line, oh gosh. But will she break above it? Or if she does break above it, will she hold it? That I don't have a solid answer for, man. We just got to zoom out and look at what the bigger time frames and bigger time frames are saying. And she can still rock our world pretty well. Let's see. We got Miss Lucy up. I'm on the 5-day time frame. We got Miss Lucy up there giving us some hard rejection. It's meant to go to the weekly here. The weekly. We got a 200, 100 cross it. That's good. Hope we don't touch that one. 360 here, 200's below that. That's not great. 100 crossing that. These are all above it. That's good. Turkey getting sleepy. So the 200 being below the 360, that will weigh us down. That will sandbag us down. So we could be working on staying down here, or have a reason to come back down here to these areas, about 48. I could see a reason. We broke a channel, could be getting a bearish retest and coming down, but man, usually most of the things I'm getting here are suggesting, I mean, even Euro Market Cipher, just stochastics want to go up here on the weekly time frame. I think we're going to bust up back into that pattern. I've been saying this the whole time. I haven't really been sold on this whole altcoin season, just because we lost that 60% Bitcoin dominance. I hope it. I mean, I'm cool if it happens, but I'm not sold on that narrative here in almost up only season for Bitcoin. I don't think they usually see the Bitcoin dominance going down when that happens. That would be more like Bitcoin's taking the show Q1, Q2 or something. In my opinion, I still think 66% could be on the table, but we haven't confirmed anything yet. But we should start getting our first signs of that confirmation, though, about any moment. So we either get rejected at the 200 moving average, which I can see that happening, and getting rejected from this line here. And we would hope that we would get a lower low out of this, and that would be, ooh, baby, altcoin, your bags would make a comeback and then some, and we'd all be happy if that happens. But if price gets up back in here, back in this channel area, man, I mean, altcoins would be okay, but we'll see kind of more down days than not, and more sideways downs. Bitcoin's going to be the one outperforming altcoins like it has through this whole run. But altcoins also did okay through here, just not like they did here, though, right? That's what we want. We want this dominance to go down. All right, let's take a look at some of these other coins here. We got Filecoin. That turkey's getting sleepy. What? How many? It's about 1 hour, 11 minutes. The magical numbers. We're going to see if we can get this done in 15. Altcoin. Did you nail a target? Did you nail? I didn't draw lines. What? Oh, you suck, Road Dog. You suck. You're supposed to draw lines. I think these are old ones. All right, so what was this? This is early December. I don't even see why that other one would have been there. But anyway, could we be coming down to $5 Filecoin? So we may have lost a trend line here. We do where there's candle bodies. Let's see if we've got any wiggle room. Oh man, that was this is really pressing it, but it's still valid. It's still valid. If you got the number of touches, you're good. We got all these candle bodies touching. We got wicks touching, wick coming through, but candle body is above it. It could be legit. Now, if you're in pattern trading, this is when you gotta look at yourself and tell yourself. Now, be honest with yourself, Johnny. Does it really? Like, because you can fool yourself if you're, if your emotions still have more control inside. But no, it really is. It really, it can hold. We're looking for hope, but we're not just going to. Oh, we're good now. We're fine now. Like, let's just be cautious. But there's some good signs saying that it might actually hold here. And but if we do come down further, this 800 moving average area. Oh man, we got 300, 600. Those are reverse. They're not in the right order. So we could be coming back. We could come back and touch these guys at some point. It's on the table. It doesn't have to happen though. But 200 crossing this 800 on this, we have an 8-hour time frame. That's a good sign. Let's see, a 4-hour we got on now. 4 hours, they're looking good. If I were looking on the 4-hour, which is a good one to look on, it's also telling me, it might catch. It might catch. Market Cypher's telling me that right now. At least catching the short term to try to do something like this. It may come back down and have to do a double tap, a double bottom scenario here. Probably that's what I'm getting out of this. That we might have to come back and do something like that for Filecoin. Might have to do that with a lot of altcoins, a little up and a little come back and sideways as we kind of work our way through this. But the bigger moving averages look good, and like we can definitely recover and come back up to $7 before too long. I would say maybe, hopefully by the end of the, what is this, 18th? At least maybe by the end of the year, maybe. There's just some scary signs on Ichimoku Cloud. I'm not trying to say it's going to be a breeze. We got some choppiness and stuff to work through here, but bigger picture wise, I think we look good. Well, let's check out Phantom. I guess we'll go with the Binance Perpetual Futures. Oh, I guess we did it before. Oh, snap. She didn't quite nail it, but I think we cheated and called it anyway because she's like, that's close, that close, nailed it. And then we lost that channel. Are you going to do the wiggle room on it? To me, I think that's pretty solid that it lost it, but we do have a wick down here. I mean, technically, it's probably a candle body on some time frame, even if it's a 5-second one. That's kind of stretching it, but it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. Now, if we kept this idea, it might play out as, oh, look, a bear trap. It got back in the pattern. We're just going to go up to the upside. But, you know, if we don't account for how price adapts, we might have us read it like that. Carry it from candle bodies here to the bottom of this wick. There's something there that's worth looking at. I wouldn't call it the main strategy. I think I'll dot the line and say, hey, we're looking at this. We got a 100 moving average that could be holding there. That little green cloud, you know, always got to keep your eye on it. Let's get some of these nailed it targets out of here. That's distracting. That 136 area does look like a good area to at least come back. We need to at least get back up there. We'll see if she rolls over after she gets back up there or not. Let's see. That looks good. This has got some work to do. Not bad, not bad. If you're, it's good to always zoom out. I don't know why I keep coming to this 8-hour time frame. Ooh. You give us a possibility of 90 cents though. If this makeshift trend line does not hold, remember it's you got candles and a wick. That's all. We're hanging on a wick. We're hanging on a wick. Will it hold? I don't know. The 100 moving average can bounce. 200 moving average is 89. So we just got those two areas to play. See what she does. Moving down to the smaller time frame. Are you catching a? Oh, I like this on the 1 hour. 1 hour is giving us a clue that short term, yeah, we might have it. So let's look and see if we can get if FTM come back up, and like I'm saying, like the other ones might come up and roll over, and then we got the options of either going up or continuing down from there. If that makes sense, one of those two options. But I think right now we'll come up and roll over. I own a lot of coins. I'm pretty sure we did look at Doge, but I'll go ahead and pull her back up again. Yeah, I think we're talking about that 33 cent area being possible. And me eyeballing 28. Yeah, we did look at this earlier, so she did a bearish retest and a little rollover. Shiba Inu. Zoom out. Wasn't that a cup and handle to the upside? All kinds of little. Oh! There's just something about when you see these little guys. Remember these guys? We were talking about this, a neckline or whatever, and we put pasties on. Yeah, those are happy patterns, and look how happy this made us. I'm telling you, boobies can change the world. Usually everything has a booby pattern. It's a lot more fun than a cup and handle pattern. I'm just saying, booby patterns are... Look, that was gorgeous. Look at how you did, Shiba. And now you got a little bit of a pullback. More than a little bit, I'm sure. It feels more than a little bit. You also could have played the idea of inverted. Oh, well, if you do, put that one back on there. Shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside. Yeah. Now the thing about these things, because I'm the only one that talks about this. Thomas Bukowski talks about it because that's who I stole it from. And if you're going to steal anything related to pattern trading, Thomas Bukowski's who you need to steal it from. I'm just saying. We had a nice channel. We did bottoming patterns as we broke out of that and found support with a partial decline from a channel, which is normally what we see when a channel is getting. It's one version we can see when a channel breaks out. I think that was the measure move from it. But now we break out and okay, so look at this inverted head and shoulder idea. Do you see it? You see the dangles? You got the dangles, and then you got the two-headed monster. The double dong pattern right there. I don't know. But they have about a 64% chance to come back and retest the breakout. So I'm going to say that this area, this little zone about 0.000208 area to 216, somewhere through there, betwixt this wicks and candle body and that whole little zone is up for grabs on a possible retest idea. And from that, well, then we got this trend line, which corresponds right there, that magical number. And if we do touch that, or even if we don't touch that, more up, higher highs from here is what I'm looking for. I think our next lower low will be in this area. That's what I'm trying to say. After that, I think we're in a big ass megaphone pattern that's going to give us big ass targets to the upside. Like, could be coming back up to the points 0.00004. So I like it. Sheba, what have you got in you? Let's take a look at Peppy. Or Peepee. Did you touch my Peepee? Did you touch my Peppy? Peppy looks kind of similar. Looks very similar. Very, very similar. This is distracting me with all this. Apparently, is that sell targets? Did I take oh yeah, I did. I sold my Peppy. I sold the top on Peppy. Wow! Turkey sold the top. Turkey sold the top. Turkey sold the top. Is at least on the daily, it looks like I did, right? All right. Broke that trend line. That sucks to be you. I think we'll just fibber on this one. Fibber out. So far, that one's holding. I'm not convinced that it will continue to hold, but hey, man, so far it is. Ooh, Peppy. So if we broke this trend line, we could come down and we could start rounding out and bottoming out and probably try to hang out through here and maybe bounce off the 618 and hold it. But we could also wick down at some point to the 786 area. So these areas are kind of on the table and the longer game on the daily. For Shiba, just saying, these were some great Peppy. These were some great take profit areas, and the trend line would have been a great one at 0.000023. That area. We're at 1930 now, and I think 1563. That area could be coming into play, and it may hold there for a while, and bounce up, and you might have some sideways like range plays you can do there. But there's still that possibility of it wicking back down to 1223. I don't know when that could be. Could be a month away or something. Might be Q1. I don't know. But I don't see her getting much above this trend line just quite yet. She's got some work to do. Now, she is bouncing off of a 50 moving average, or testing a 50 moving average. I don't want to say bouncing off. She's testing a 50 moving average. and there's no signs of it bouncing off just quite yet. There's some hope. There's some hope. Let's watch. If we can hold the area that we're at and it's a higher high, a bigger move can come. So that's really what we gotta look for this. Do we meet? Are we through playing through? Probably not through. Probably going to range out a little bit and try to work our way back up through here. If this holds, but I do want to. I gotta put these guys on the radar for something bigger. Like maybe a week away or something, we might be looking at these. Oh crap! What are we doing here? I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's take a look at AVAX. Did you lose your main trend line? Even with your wiggle room? Oh man. We lost our wiggle room. Let's zoom out on you. Nice, roundy, shapy. So Avalanche is at $42. She was up as high as 55. That was kind of cool. She's doing the same thing. She's hanging around that 0.5 area, that 0.5 fib. Will it hold? I mean, it could, because I mean, it's basically you know you're looking at the support over here. So yeah, we could hold, or it could just kind of work its way back down and get this 382. That's likely to happen too. It could go lower, honestly. We hope that it doesn't. Again, daily chart, we got a 50 moving average that may give us some support. If we lose that, then I would be looking to test this $36 area. Might hit that $35, $36 area. Might get hit. If that doesn't hold, I mean, 26 is technically on the table, but there's a few levels here, like the 36, that trend line. See, we're in a channel. That's what we need to be looking at. See if the top of this channel can hold. If the top can't hold, then we got to look at the bottom of the channel, and if that can't hold, you got to look down, and no need to do that. See, 36 will come into play. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I think I went over all the requests that we got there. Your boy's getting kind of sleepy right now, so thank you, Joe, for the super chat. Thank you guys for hanging out on us, and if I missed anything, I apologize, but we will be back again tomorrow. I do want to take a look at Bitcoin one more time, just to revel in the fact that we are above 100,000 again. So, shots to everybody. This Fibonacci, the magical is 1.618 here in the 1.272. Those guys seem to be holding. We might retest this 272 area. Could be on the table. It kind of works that way sometimes. Well, we make a shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside. So that's just a little over 100,000 there. I think we caught a local bottom. I'm not sure, but you know, if we can just stay above 100,000. You know, a lot of people are going to be looking at this. Oh man, it's under 100,000. We need to buy. There's a lot of people doing that. A lot of these bigger Wall Street people, stuffies, the bigger money people. That's a. Let me know when it goes under 100,000, then we'll hit the buy button. Jeffries. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I don't see that 9 moving average popping over that 100 on this 6-minute time frame, so I am looking for her to immediately start coming back down just a little bit. We're trying to roll over on this 6-minute. Just shortly, I'm just saying, we're good. We're probably good. Retest, people, retest. We got to break out. It's probably a retest. Look, retest. That's kind of what I see happening over the next little bit. Probably retested this and then try to make our way back up to. I'm going to go for here. If I have to get another. Shoot, I guess I need to fine tune it. If I'm going to try to do a nailed it target, I'm going to try to fine tune it. We're going to go with here. If we're going to come back and look at this tomorrow night and say, well, this is where you left and this is where you think we could go to. Right here. 103,700 is I see the possibility of getting rejected somewhere around this area. That was supposed to be a line or an arrow, but it's not the right arrow. Well, this one. So if I had to try to make a call, I would be calling this, but I would call it a zone, a fuzzy zone. and it may not nail it because we got a trend line thing going on here too, right? So a little bit of a fuzzy zone area to watch for tomorrow, but I think we could start working our way back up here. Same, we might catch a little something at 102.65, but I don't see anything over here that would immediate. There's a shoulder, head and shoulder, retesting that and then jumping. I don't give a crap a rat's ass about that. Maybe you could look at it that way, but will it do it? If it does, then yeah, I guess it did. That gives us correspondence with a little fuzzy area. What the hell's he talking about? Anybody that might be looking on the smaller time frames, oh my god, look, shoulder, head, shoulder to the downside. And I'll be saying shoulder, head, and shoulder may be possible, retest. Flip flop, maybe more downside. We could be looking at that too. So keep our eyes open, ladies and gentlemen, but we're above 100,000 and I like it. Well, that means what I bought under 100,000 is now in profit. Like it. Good night, everybody. Trade carefully. And we will be headed into up only season in the not too distant future. We're in the next few months. We should start seeing more up than down and sideways. Well, there's my bell. I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. God bless you. Sean, can you take us to the end screen?
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season.
Hey, there's Mikey. Hey, Mikey. He won't eat it. He like it. He like it. Hey. It's Mikey. He like it. He like anything. Not a public commercial.
I got racks in my sack, hurt my back. Frozen, neck is frozen. Catch me rolling. I'm the chosen. Snow is falling. Elfie's calling. Check my list twice. Most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing. Diamonds blinging. Carols singing. Favorite season.
Oh, I got something. Maybe we could do this.
Carols singing. Favorite season. They say saying it, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They say saying it, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the trees, bring the cheese. Put the lights up, 'tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no
I think I'll say that some other time. Can I download this?
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said say Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said.
For those looking at
We're back. Just briefly, though.
thank you very much.
So that song that I'm playing, it's by MBHD Nick. Saint Nick. I think he's Nick HD now, right? No? Anyway, it is available. There's a video that he made over, and I'm trying to get it where we can play it.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said say Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said say Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. Frozen. frozen. Catch me rolling, I'm the chosen. Snow is falling, Elfie's calling. Check my list twice, most of y'all done. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They say Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They say Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. No, I can't forget about the one with the red nose. When I fly high, my sleigh still stay 10 toes. Bring the beat, bring the trees, put the lights up. 'Tis the season. Need no Grinch types, no Ebenezer. Don't believe this. Y'all need Jesus. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. They said Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag, yeah. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back, yeah. They said Saint Nick, but you got up in that bag. I got racks in my sack, hurt my back. Merry Christmas, everybody.